Alrighty, welcome back. This is our chest, part of our abdomen, and our arm veins. There's quite a bit to cover on this picture, so hopefully it won't look all green by the time we get done. All right, so for this one, I am gonna stick to alphabetical order because there's so many I don't want to lose track. So we're gonna start with the axillary. So again, here's axillary. Remember, your axillary is your armpit, so you're gonna be looking for this blood vessel to be sitting right there on your armpit. Okay. Then we have a weird named one called a zygos. So that is this little, these guys right here, kind of horizontal, that run right on the anterior surface of your vertebral bodies. Okay. Then we have a superficial vein called basic, which runs on the medial surface of your upper arm. Then we have brachial. So here's brachial, which is more of a deep vein. That's the darker blue. Runs kind of right through down along your humerus, through your elbow joint. Brachiocephalic, we've identified that one before. So that's these branches here that kind of feed into the superior mesenteric. The superior vena cava. Got stuck on arteries there for a second. And then we have cephalic, which is an interesting name for an arm blood vessel because you'd think it has to do with the head, but this is your cephalic. Kind of comes down here. Cephalic artery. And then going down into the abdominal area, again, going alphabetically down the list, we have gonadal. So just like we had gonadal arteries, we have gonadal veins. We also have some hepatic veins. It's almost in a similar position as your celiac trunk is in the artery flow. We have hepatic veins kind of draining directly into the inferior vena cava, which again is this big guy here, inferior vena cava. So it's like similar to the descending aorta in the arterial flow. We also have some lumbar veins. These guys kind of almost create like a capital I and some branches. So there's lots of branches feeding into that inferior vena cava that we call the lumbar. Back to the arm, we can see there's a little connector. I think I erased my cephalic right here. A little connector between the basic and the cephalic called the median cubital. And remember, this part of your forearm is called the antecubital region. So here's your median cubital vein. So that might help you remember what that is. There we go. Get that centered a little bit better. And then we have radial. So our radial vein here is a branch off of your brachial vein because it runs right next to your radius. Renal veins drain the kidneys, just like our renal arteries fed the kidneys. Subclavian goes from brachiocephalic and splits into the cephalic and the brachial, or axillary, sorry. Subclavian, cephalic, axillary splits into the brachial and the basic. Superior vena cava is shown right here. That's where your brachiocephalic drains into. And then finally, alphabetically, is our ulnar. So the ulna is the other branch. Ulnar artery is the other branch off of your brachial vein. Did I say artery? If I said artery, I meant vein. I just got done doing those artery videos. Okay, so those are all the blood vessels that we can see on this diagram. All right, we'll see you next for some closer up views of the abdominal pelvic cavity.